So first of all, thank you all for being here today. We have received dozens of phone calls about the situation at the Dockside Condominium Tower over the course of the last couple of months, obviously, since the situation has progressed. And these folks are obviously our neighbors and our friends. And so we felt compelled to get involved and to try to get some answers. They have been seeking answers about the situation from all manner of entities, from the city to the engineers, and the truth is that they aren't getting a lot of answers. So we undertook an investigation. We have gone through a lot of documents. We have interviewed a number of folks, and we have been able to get some information from some unlikely sources. So what we are asking today is, we know that over the course of the last several decades, since the 1970s when this building first was inhabited, that there are a lot of people that have gathered information about this building, that have talked to engineers, that have talked to former construction companies, that have talked to folks that have lived here. And at this point, we're asking them to come forward, really to help our neighbors and to help this community figure out what happened in a situation that leads to a 24-hour evacuation, where members of our community are told, take your personal effects, take what clothes you can carry, but don't take anything else because the building might fall down. How do we get to that point? There are a lot of unanswered questions. We have been retained to investigate this on a class action basis on behalf of some of the owners of the Dockside Tower. So that is what we are doing. And we're just asking folks to come forward. Go to docksidelawsuit.com. There's a simple form. If you know anything at all, no matter how minor, just to give you an example, someone came forward the other day that, was a former construction worker on the project and had some information that we believe is helpful. There are other people we believe out there like that have information. And so that's the purpose of today, is to say, come forward. People have not known where to turn. They've been reaching out individually to folks they know. We are looking to gather all of that information so that we can make sure to harness the power of the law. We can only do what the law allows, but we will leave no stone unturned in this investigation and what we expect in very short order to be a lawsuit.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. My name is Jim Davis with the J. Davis Law Firm, and we have, as Roy said, a lot of unanswered questions that need to be examined, and that's why we've been retained to open an investigation. A properly managed and maintained building does not get a 48-hour evacuation notice, and so our firm has been engaged together with Roy to investigate the management, maintenance, capital asset reserves, and to understand how it came to be that over 100 people were displaced from their homes on a 24-hour notice. So we encourage you to go to the website, docksidelawsuit.com, with any information that you have, and we look forward to working through this process. Thank you.
Take a few questions if you have any.
Sure,
we don't have a lot of answers, but
I have a question, sure, if you don't mind. And I am a resident of Dockside.
Sir.
My wife. Is there a reason class action is better than a mass clerk suit in this case?
We're looking at both options. We've been retained on a class basis by an individual. But we're certainly not opposed to filing individual lawsuits if that becomes the best course of action.
Okay.
What we're doing right now for the residents that we're working with is we're reviewing, I'll just tell you, a variety of documents. We're reviewing their homeowners insurance policies. We understand a lot of folks have been denied for loss of use claims, for example. Obviously, we have loss of use of a building here. So that's one avenue we're looking at. We're looking at prior work that was done and maintenance of the building as well. And so those claims may manifest themselves in different ways. We don't know that at this point. I can't give you a roadmap, but we will leave no stone unturned. Yes, sir.
it was well over 200 people.
Correct. Yeah.
Not 100,
Yeah.
well over 200.
Right. Right.
Thank you.
Can you say how many homeowners you've been contacted by or are representing at this time?
We have been contacted by numerous homeowners, and I'm not comfortable giving an exact number because honestly I don't have it, but it has been numerous since this website went live. We've been it's received hundreds of hits from members around the community with information and people that are interested, but we have been retained. We've been retained on a class basis at this point to do the investigation. But I'm not comfortable saying exactly how many owners have contacted us just because I don't know as I stand here. But it's been numerous. I've personally talked to 4 or 5, about this situation.
Is there anything in these initial conversations you're having with people that stands out to you as to how this investigation was forward? Any facts or details that you'd want to share that really stand out?
Yeah, people were kicked out of their homes in February, and they know about as much now as they knew then. And it's enraging. It should be enraging. The amount of information that has been disseminated and provided, to say it's a dearth of information puts it mildly. It's enraging. That people have been removed from their homes and that more has not been done by the city, by the engineers, by other folks to provide them information about the situation.
Is this lawsuit against the Board Association or is it against the city or both?
We have not determined who the defendants in any lawsuit will be at this time. We are looking at every avenue, obviously, on behalf of the owners of the condos, but we have not drafted a lawsuit. We are just here today announcing the investigation. Of course, we fully expect that it will end in at least one lawsuit. Other questions?
Does this include renters or is it only homeowners?
So right now we are only investigating claims for the owners. What we have said is that if renters have renter insurance policies and they are being denied on their loss of use claims, we're willing to look at those. But candidly, the best claims are going to be for the owners. So.